Hello Year 6 and welcome to your maths lesson. So you have got your fluency questions on the screen, so make sure you've got a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil in front of you, and then can you please have a go at the questions on the board. When you are ready, pause the video, have a go at the fluency, and then I will be putting the answers on in a moment. Okay, so off you go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers. So the first question, it was place 1 on each of the number lines. The number line is 0 to 10, so you are going to go closer to the 0, which would be around here. The second one is minus 10 to 10, so what I did is I looked for halfway, which I reckoned were about here, and it would be a little bit further on than halfway. Halfway would be 0, so I was finding my 0, which would be halfway. And then I was looking for a little bit further than the 0. Okay. Minus 1 times by 10 is minus 10. Okay. This one here, minus 9 meters. How many meters down did he swim? From minus 5. So minus 5 to minus 9 is 4. The difference is 4 meters. So it is just 4. Okay. This one here, what is 60 times 60? Well, you do 6 times 6, which is 36. And then you've got 2 zeros, 2 placeholders. So you place them back on the end, which gives you 3,600. 100 times 20. Well, you could do it as 100 times 2, which would be 200, and then times the answer by 10 again, which would give you 2,000. Okay, so today's maths lesson, we are converting mixed numbers to improper fractions. So an improper fraction is where the numerator is larger than the denominator. Doesn't quite fit. A mixed number includes an integer and a proper fraction. We need to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions using visual representations, and then convert mixed numbers to mixed numbers using multiplication and addition. So we're going to be converting between the two. So in the last lesson, we were converting from improper fractions, top-heavy fractions, into mixed numbers. And today we're going to go from mixed numbers to improper. So we're doing it the opposite way around, but it is very similar to what we did the other day. So here, Whitney converts 3 2/5 into an improper fraction using cubes. So we need to first work out what is 1 whole worth. What is it equal to? Now, if you look, each of hers are split into fifths. They're out of 5. So 1 whole, a full fraction for a 1 whole one would be 5 out of 5. So 5 fifths. So 5 fifths is 1. So 1 is 5 fifths. 3 wholes would be 3 times that denominator. So 3 times 5. Now 3 times 5 is of course 15. So 3 whole is equal to 15 fifths. Okay, so then if we look at it, if it's 3 2/5, then we've got this one here would be 15 fifths, because my 3 wholes, when you've gone 3 times 5, gives me 15. That's 15 fifths, and then there's 2 fifths left in this fraction here. So 15 add 2 fifths. 15 add 2 is 17, so the answer is 17 fifths. So now you're going to have a go at working out the second one using Whitney's method. So you can do the same thing, but for 2 2/3. So it's out of thirds. Okay, so look at the denominator to tell you how many it's out of, and then have a go at doing that question. So if you could pause the video now and have a go at using Whitney's method for yourself. Off you go. Okay then, so let's look. So 1 whole is equal to how many thirds? Well, it's out of 3. So 1 whole one would be 3 thirds. So we've got 3 there. Underlines on, let's take that off. So 1 whole is equal to 3 thirds. 2 wholes is equal to how many thirds? So you do 2 times by 3. So the calculation you're doing is you're doing 2 times by 3. So 2 times by 3 is 6. So 2 wholes is equal to 6 thirds. And you can see that here. This is 1 whole here, 1, 2, 3. 2 wholes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see visually what's happening here. So then we have got, how many whole ones have we got? Well, we've got 6 thirds. And then left over, we've got 1 2/3. So then we need to add them together to find out how many we've got in total. So 6 add the 2 gives me 8 thirds. Okay. Or you could write this as 8 over 3. It's the same. It's just written slightly differently. So, why are we not drawing? So we're drawing 8 over 3. Okay, right, let's have a look at the next question. So we're going to do the same thing again on this one. So we've got Jack here. Jack uses the bar model to convert mixed number into an improper fraction. So he has got, if you see here, 2 3/5. So first of all, we need to split it into how many wholes have we got and how many fifths have we got. So if we look here, how many whole bars have we got? Well, we've got 1 whole bar here, 2 whole bars here. So Jack has got 2 wholes there. And then how many fifths has he got here? Well, he's got 1, 2, 3. So he's got 2 wholes and 3/5. Now on this one, we need to work out how many 2 wholes are. So it's out of fifths. So remember, the calculation we're doing is we're doing 2 times by 5, okay, to give us this answer. Or we can count them up. So this first bar here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's his first whole, and we've got 5. Then we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in total, he's got 10 fifths, which is the same as doing 2 times by 5 to give you 10. So he's got 10 fifths here. And then how many has he got left over? 1, 2, 3 fifths. So we're doing 10, add the 3, which gives me 13 fifths. And again, if you were writing that as a fraction, you could write it as 13 over 5. Either is fine. Okay, so now we're going to use Jack's method to convert 2 1/6. So I would like you to have a go now at pausing this video and have a go at using Jack's method to convert that one. Off you go with that, please. Okay, let's go through it together. So 2 wholes is equal to how many 6? So we've got 1 whole here and then the second whole there. So we're adding up how many we've got in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we've got 12 there. So the answer is 12, 6. Now, if I was going to do that as a calculation, it's out of 6. And we've got 2 whole ones. So the calculation we're doing here is we're doing 2 times 6. So 2 times the 6 gave me 12. And then obviously we've got the 6 left over, which is this one here. So let's write it down now. So he's doing it in parts. So we've got this first bit here, which was 12, 6. So we've got 12, 6, add 1, 6, which gives me 13, 6. So that question there gives me 13, 6. Okay. Right. So mixed numbers can be converted to improper fractions used for multiplication and addition. So the first step is to multiply the whole number, the mixed number, by the denominator. And then the second step is to add on the numerator. So here it's telling you what to do. We are doing the 3 times by 5. So we're doing the whole number, the mixed number here, multiply the denominator. So we're doing 3 times 5, or 5 times 3, which gives me 15. Then all we do is we do 15 and we add on our numerator, which is 1. So 15 add 1 gives me 16. So if I'm writing that as a fraction, I've got 16 over 5, 16 fifths, because the denominator would stay the same. So we've got 16 fifths. So have a little go at the second one, and then I will do it again for you. Okay, have a go at the second one. Okay, let's go through it together then. So we have got the first step, we need to multiply the whole number by the denominator. So we're doing 2 times by the 5, which equals 10. So 2 times 5 equals 10. And then we need to add the numerator on. So if you can see here, the numerator is 3. So now all we're going to do is we're going to do 10, add the 3, which gives me 13. Now, if we were going to write that then as a fraction, which of course we are going to do, so it's 13 over 5. So we've got 13 fifths left. Okay, right, so that's it's the same method as what we were doing before, it's just slightly different, but I think the steps really help. So knowing that first you multiply the mixed number by the denominator, and then you add the numerator on afterwards. So just remembering that there's 2 steps there involved in this question. Okay, so there's 2 more here. Have a go at doing both of these questions, and then I will go through the answers with you. So have a go at this one. Pause the video when you're ready. Okay, let's go. So first step then, I'm going to go for the answer for this first one, is we do the mixed number multiplied by the denominator. So we're doing 2 times the 4, which equals 8. So we've got 8 in total. Then we need to add on the numerator. So we do 8 add the 3, which is equal to 11. Now, if we're going to write that as a fraction, which of course we are going to do, it's 11 over 4, so 11 quarters. Okay, let's try the second one. So the first step is to multiply the mixed number by the denominator. So we're doing 3 times by 6, which equals 18. Then we're going to add the numerator on. So we've got 18, and we're adding on the 4, which gives me 22. And then if we're going to write that as a fraction, we've got 22, and it's over 6. Okay, so we've got 22/6 there. Brilliant. Right, 2 more examples here, but these examples involve an addition as well. So for the first one on the left-hand side, we are going to make it into an improper fraction first. So we've got 4/5. So we're going to do the 4 times the 5. So 4 times 5, which is equal to 20. Then we're going to add the 3. 20 add 3, which gives me 23. So we've got 23/5. So this side here is 23/5, and we're adding on 4/5. So 23 add the 4, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So we've got 27/5 on the left-hand side. Okay, so you can see how I made the mixed number into an improper fraction first, and then I added them together. Okay, could you have a go at doing that for the right-hand side? So please pause this video and have a go at doing the same thing, but for the right-hand side. Okay, well done. I think I'm going to go for the answer now for this one. So we start off with doing the same thing. We do 6 times 3 because we're doing the mixed number times by the denominator. 6 times by 3 gives me 18. We do 18, add the 1, which gives me 19. Okay, so that one there becomes 19/3. And then we're adding on this one here, which is 1/3. So we're adding 1/3. 19 add 1 gives me 20, so we've got 20/3. Okay, brilliant. Another 2 there, so you can have a go at these 2 now. So can you pause this video and have a go at both of these questions now? Okay, let's go through the answers together. So we've got, we're going to first make it into an improper fraction. So we're going to do the mixed number times by the denominator, 2 times 10, which equals 20. We're going to add the numerator on for that one. So we've got 20, add the 3 from here, which gives me 23. Okay, and then as a fraction, that is 23/10. So we've got 23/10, and we're adding on. This one has got a different denominator, so we need to change the denominator now. So you need to use your knowledge of equivalent fractions. So if we're using our knowledge of equivalent fractions, we should realize that we can double this fraction to give us the same. So whatever we do to the denominator, we do to the top. So 5 times by 2 would give me 10. 4 times by 2 would give me 8. So we're adding on 8/10. So 23 add 8. Well, if you add the 7, you're going to get to 30. So it's going to be 31/10. Okay, so let's have a go at this one. So this one is slightly different. You need to use your knowledge of equivalent fractions here again. Now, before we get started, you know that you can't make the 30 into the 5 and you can't make the 5 into 3. So we need to use a common multiple of both of them. So 15 is a common multiple of both. So we need to make it into 15ths. Okay. If you're going to make it into 15ths, then you're multiplying this side by 3. And you're multiplying this side, that side by 3, and you're also multiplying this side by 5. Okay, so if we do that, we get 2 times, we keep the whole number the same anyway for that bit. So we go 2 times 3, which is 6. And then we do 5 times 3, which is, of course, 15. And we're adding on the other fraction. And the other fraction is 2 times 5, which is 10. And the bottom would be 15. Okay. Lines. Right, so now we need to make it into an improper fraction. So we do the same stage as normal. So we do 3 times by 15, 15, 30, 45. 45 add 6, which gives me 51 over 15. And we're adding on, we're going to add the 10 over 15, which gives me, if you work it out, 51 add 10, it gives me 61 over 15. That fraction went a bit weird. 61 over 15. I'm sorry, I'm not drawing my lines, and it's not being very, it's not working very much today. There we go. Okay, let's move on. So this is your work for today. So you're starting with the circle, which is mix them to improper, and you've got the pictures to help you, so you can use those that are on the screen. Then semicircle, you convert in mixed numbers into improper fractions without the pictures, without the visual representations. And then triangle is the same again, it's similar. And then moving on to your square would be the addition questions like we've just covered. Okay, so your work will be on the school website, so please go onto the school website to be able to look at your work. As always, send it to me when you are done, and I will check it and email you back how you've got on. When you are ready, I will put the skill shop on now. So if you want to do your work first and then come back to this, that's fine. But your skill shop is on the board. It's multiplying by single digits and then multiplying by 2 digits. Okay, so have a go at that, and then I will put the answers on in a second. So have a go at that first, and then I will put the answers on. Okay, the answers are coming on now. There you answer the skill shop. So make sure you've done your work today and email it through to me, please, so I can check it through. We are picking Star of the Week still, so make sure you're sending it in so I can pick you for Star of the Week. Okay, thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.